I know I can't take one more step towards you, 'cause all that's waiting is regret. Don't you know I'm not your ghost anymore? Ooh, what the hell's that? You lost the love I love. I'm gonna look like a weird hooker. Love the most. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just fucking around. Oh, Jesus Christ. I learned to live half a life. And now you want me one more time. And who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts, tearing love apart. You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. So don't come back for me. Who do you think you are? I hear you're asking all around. Bill, 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 bill. If I am anywhere to be found. But I have grown too strong to ever fall back in your arms. I learned to live half a life, and now you want me one more time. And who do you think you are? Running, leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts, tearing love apart. Gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. Don't come back for me. Who do you think you are? And it took so long just to feel alright. Remember how to quiet back the light in my eyes. I wish I had missed the first time that we kissed, 'cause you broke all your promises, and now you're back. You don't get to get me back. Who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts, tearing love apart. You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. Does it just look like I have like weird red eyes? So don't come back to me. Who do you think you are? And this is why people do their eyes first, because then they don't fuck up their fucking whatever. Not that I care about fucking up this, what's it called? Foundation, because I really didn't do a good job. Which you didn't see, because this is a separate video. Wait, no one will see ever. But who knows, maybe you will. The ice inside your soul. Don't come back for me. Who do you think you are? So, although I have been without conversation for about a week from my ex, I cannot count it as no contact, because I have like looked him up on or tried to look him up on various ways, different social medias, to try to be able to contact him, since I blocked him and I didn't want to unblock him. That was too much, because I keep blocking, unblocking, blocking and unblocking. That was a whole thing. And I wanted to be like, no, this is the last time. Like I said, no, I really mean it this time. So I had to stick to that, even though it's not really sticking to it when I'm going other ways. around that. But he didn't know that, so that didn't count, right? Right. Hopefully he doesn't know that I followed him like on Vico. But anywho. So I also have this, call him a friend. I wouldn't really call him a friend, but he's also someone that my ex used to say that I was cheating on him with, which I've never cheated. I'm not a cheater. I've cheated in the past with people, but I wouldn't characterize myself like that's not normal. There were extenuating circumstances. I know that sounds like a fucking bunch of shit, but I swear to gosh, it's true. So yeah, I should stop telling people that. But that wouldn't be true then. Like I wouldn't be being honest, and that's kind of the whole thing. Anywho, he saw on somebody's profile that they were in a relationship with my ex since August 1st, which definitely we're still together at that point. I know that. We definitely had sex since then. I don't think in the month of September though. But anyway, and he kind of like razzed them. He's like, "Oh, you downgraded," because he did. I don't care what. You're good. You're making your own money. Like, you're a hooker, whatever. Which I have nothing against hookers, actually. I tried my hand in it. It's just soul robbing for me. But, like, what is he doing? Anyway. This is getting petty right now. Fuck. So I have to edit that or something. Anyway. The point of the story is he used to, through, August, post things on his Facebook specifically so that I would read them because he knew I was looking, and to trigger me, to make me feel some type of way, either that he missed me or fuck you kind of a thing. And he was convinced I was cheating on him. Like, he would be like, "Why didn't you just tell me? If you just tell me, we could work through it, blah, blah, blah," which was a lie anyway. And I wasn't, so I had nothing to tell him. So it was really kind of a difficult situation, because there's no winning, actually. That's what the point is. There was no winning. Because there was no game being played. But anyway, he would never really post, that we were, it said that we were in a relationship until I took that off. So he unfriended me the first time. And then it just said he was in a relationship, but not with anybody in specific. Even when we went to jail, and I put my picture, a picture with him, like, as his profile and stuff like that, and had to talk to, like, he took that down immediately getting out of jail, even though supposedly he was going to marry me and all this stuff, and I held it down, so I proved that I was going to be there, because no one else usually did that, blah, 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 blah. And, so, it was hurtful that, that was getting fucking broadcast, because I was kind of like the secret for some reason. Not for some reason, so that he could still, play games with women, is why. And, so, my friend, was like saying shit, and just talking smack, because he knows what kind of person Nikoli is. And, yeah. She went off and blah blah and said some shit about me, because she just has always hated me, because she wanted to be with him and he didn't want to be with her at the time. Although I'm sure he was telling her that, he was just using me and blah 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 blah. Just like he was saying when, he would disappear with her, that he was just using her. Or the things he would say when I saw his messenger when he's in jail. "Oh, I was just saying that because of blah blah blah." And yeah. But yeah, so she's taking care of him now, because I'm sure he's her protection or whatever, and she's paying for all his stuff, because she's done that before, and I no longer had anything financially for him to gain. But anyway, on that post when he's arguing with my friend about his disrespecting his woman like that. He didn't say his woman like that, but he said, yeah, he said, you don't know anything about her. And it's because I found a real one and I was sick of being with a cheating cunt. And something else about that. And that was probably one of the most painful things to come across, actually. Besides the fact that he stopped posting things. That's when I knew that he no longer cared at all. He didn't even care to upset me anymore. So it was over. It was over. There's not going to be no Hoover. There's going to be no whatever. Even though the times that I had broken no contact because I'm a fucking sucker and I get lonely and I don't want to like go on dating sites and I just wanted to put those sweatpants on. He like would respond back. But then he would say like he was going to see me and then would not show up. He also like claimed he was going to leave town and all this bullshit. Like it was so weird, the games he played or plays. But I'm really fucking over that now, for real. Like, you don't call me a cunt. I don't mind being, like, cunt doesn't bother me. Like, some people, that word really fucking bothers them. But I know that you really mean it. And I think that's might be why he used it. I mean, he might, and he goes, why don't you go back and fuck my ex-girlfriend? Like, so many other people have or whatever. Like, I feel like he knows I was going to see it or something. Is really what, or that was, oops, my friend is going to tell me. Something like that. But, yeah. Not only was he made me look so stupid to her so many times. And he wouldn't have stuck up for me like that. That's okay. Because I don't need everything that comes along with it, which is a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of pain, a whole lot of re-traumatization, and abuse. And if she's down with that, then she's down like that. Because he's fucked with her while we were together, and the stories he's told me before that, like, I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but he had no reason to lie. And about that. But he doesn't need a reason to lie, right? But yeah. It really actually helped. And I know no contact is the best defense against narcissistic, for recovering from narcissistic relationships and that breaking that trauma bond. But for me, yes, actually contacting him, definitely not good, because I could easily just suck back into my own fantasy about what this all was and just ignore reality again. Because that's what I did for the majority of the relationship, is ignore reality, because otherwise I would not have been in it as long as I was. But this actually helped. And it hurts. It hurts to really, really get that. Doesn't give a fuck. Probably never gave a fuck. Except during that initial phase. I believe he felt like he loved me at one point. But once that switch flipped, as I've heard narcissists talk about on YouTube, it was done so. Like, there was no really going back to that. And I realized one thing that helped, like, he feigned, or I gotta put that in my traumabond video. Damn it. Anyway, the point was, it was hard. But it helps me see how vile he is. Because I did nothing to him. I did things in reaction. Maybe. But not on a par with the things he's done to me. Physically and mentally. And I don't blame him, because I know that he's on autopilot. And I pushed a lot. He couldn't stay with me, even if he had wanted to. Because all I did was reveal his weaknesses by embracing them. And that was too much. I know that. Because every time a chink would, be in the armor, the walls would go up farther, and the colder he would become. And once he started believing that I was cheating on him, there was nothing that could save it, because there was no proof. He could never show me proof, but I could never show him proof I wasn't. I mean, he went through my phone. He went through all of he actually had like shit on my phone and was like spying on me regularly. So he knew everything I was saying to anybody. Like, he knew all of my apps, all that stuff. And he still claimed I was cheating on him. And I'm like, show me, because if what you think is cheating is completely different from mine, and like what you think is appropriate, I can't stop doing it if I don't know it's inappropriate. Like, because maybe, like, yeah, I shouldn't have been talking to any other guys. And I wasn't talking about, like, no one ever thought I was single. I would talk about, like, how much I love shit. And all that shit. Nikoli. How much I loved him. And how sad I was that we weren't getting along, and blah, 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 blah. It was never, like, to try to hook up. Never. I didn't want anyone but him. And I don't think he thinks he deserves it. That's my speculation based on behavior and, knowledge of pathology. Yeah. It was just, I don't think he deserved me. I deserved love. He doesn't think he deserves love. Just like I didn't think I deserved better than him. And that's why he's the best narcissistic person I've been with, as far as like quality of narcissism and the ability to hook me in, because the other ones didn't hook me in for long, because a lot of it you can see a mile away, and they did not play it right. They didn't give me enough of that trauma, of their trauma, of where they could, showing me that they're broken too, and that we're broken together. Also, some people try to pretend like to try to love bomb and like I'm perfect, and I'm like, I know I'm not perfect, so I know you got something going on, and I'm not gonna believe anything now. So, toodles, bye. Because if I'm not bonded, I can fucking walk away, no problem. Because I actually don't mind being alone until I'm used to not being alone, and then it sucks, like now. But it is what it is. And I have at least one awesome ass friend. Pretty much I have two friends. They're both awesome. But the one that I'm staying with right now is the awesomest. And I would probably kill myself without her. Or I would have. So, I love you, Allie. I'm so glad that you wouldn't give up on me.